Welcome back to Beyond the Game, International Edition, all the way from Italy. Our favorite Italian, well, actually, in fairness, the only Italian I know, but she's still pretty tops in her books. Valentina Primossi, point guard with the Capers women's basketball team. Val, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Despite the fact she says that I forced her to do this, she was like scheduling other people in previous weeks to get her day today.
Right.
Now, Val, third year.
Yep.
With the Capers. I remember when you came, you were a little nervous, a little shy, a little quiet. Now you're anything but. How's the 3 years been so far in the Cape?
They're being really good. I think I was talking with the girls, and we were remind like my first year. It was amazing how time flies by, and how there's a huge difference between 3 years ago and now. Even like everything with the squad, and even my English, and with you guys, with all the athletic department, everything, even with basketball.
Oh no, she lives around the athletic department. We know her quite well. She's become friends to all. Now, certainly, I mean, academically, you've been a two-time academic All-Canadian, which can't be an easy feat. It's not your first language. How was that transition, I guess, first? Because I think that would be the harder part about coming here as opposed to basketball. How was the academics?
Absolutely. When the first time I've been in class, was like, oh my God, this is going to be tough. But I'm coming from Italy, and I think I'm used to be a really good student, even in Italy. So because in Italy we have to study a lot, so it's really hard. I think it was like a good basis to be a good student here. So to be a good athlete, you have to be a good student. So that was my purpose, and I think
I'm going to sidetrack you for one second there, because how did you end up here? What brought you to CBU? I mean, that's something I don't even know. I don't think.
Right. Everything was from Fabe, because he recruited me. He watched me play a video of mine, of my highlights, and then he emailed me. He sent me an email, and he asked me if I would like enjoy this team, and so my answer was yes. Why not? So here I am.
And you're still enjoying it 3 years later.
Absolutely.
Now,
absolutely. Even more, even better.
Even better? Well, you mentioned the video, so I'm going to mention briefly. I know last year you struggled a bit early. Mm-hmm. I think expectations were high. You put them on yourself.
Yep.
Fabe had mentioned the video and all that, and he challenged you
a lot
to pick it up a lot after Christmas, and went back to that video that you had sent him, and really that really opened the door for you. I thought from January on last year it was a different Valentina Primossi.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. I was struggling a little bit. I think even the game, it's different from Europe to Canada. It's more quickly, more faster, and as a point guard, I had to change like a lot my skill. But as you say, the first semester was a little bit like, I don't know, not even struggling, just like I started slow. But then after that, when Fabe gave me energy, and I'd say, all right, that's my time. So there we go. We got a really good final second semester.
Oh, certainly. I thought the whole team really gelled down the stretch, and I mean, AUS, I mean, you were a bucket away from advancing to the final, and that was great.
Yeah.
This year, the team, little bit, I don't even know how to describe it, because you had the lead in those first two games, and they got away from you, and that's not typical of your team.
No.
But since then, perfect. 4-2 heading into the final weekend. Things feeling good. The girls are feeling confident, playing well.
Yeah, really good. We actually don't know what happened in that games, like both of them, but it's over. So now we're gonna think about the games that are gonna be ahead of us. So as we did, we won 4 on the row, and now we have 2 huge games this weekend. So we're just gonna focus on that one and keep going in this way.
Oh, well, certainly, yeah, those 3 games that you just won against UPI, at UPI and UMB, I mean, big road games.
Yep.
Now you're home this weekend, Memorial Seahawks. And it's a big day here at CBU on Saturday, because that's the Cape Breton University Open House.
Right.
2 to 5, family, friends, grandma, grandpa, young kids, middle kids, high schoolers. You want to know what CBU is about, you get out and drop by, check it all out. I mean, take a tour, visit things, lots of people out and about talking. And, well, that ends at 5. The basketball games tip off at 6. It's free admission on Saturday night as well for everybody, so drop on by, be part of Cape Breton University's open house this Saturday coming. But you guys have MUN, Memorial Seahawks, always a big rival. They have a new
Yes.
coach, a little different look over there.
Exactly.
Looking ahead at the weekend, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I think we just have to keep focusing and keep practicing hard and stand game by game, and we can take these points at home. And it's 4 huge games because they're 4 points game, and we need
Massive.
these points.
Yep, massive games.
We really need these points. But I think we can, if we play as we know, we're gonna have it with the game.
Your scoring's up a bit this year.
Yep.
9.5 a game. Assists probably about 3.5. She'd tell you 4. I'll tell you 3.5. How are you feeling? Like, I mean, it's going pretty good. You had a great game to start the year, 18. Probably took a few too many shots for your own liking, maybe for Coach McKenzie's liking. but no, it's been solid. It's been a good start through the first 6 games.
Yeah, I think the first game for sure the score was really high. We scored over 80, so that's why I got a lot of shots. But I feel more comfortable, and as I said from last year, I'm trying to pick up from the second semester and keep going that way. So I wanna be a good point guard this year for my team.
So now I'm going to bring you down the home stretch here with the what don't we know question. But I'm going to sell her out, which I do to some of our student athletes who think they can get me on some things. And Val is a great cook. We know that. Apparently there's pizza over behind producer Herbie in a knapsack. Apparently, I've heard this before, however, never seen it, that this homemade pizza has been awaiting. I've never yet seen it. It's like Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street back in the day. Like nobody ever saw him except Big Bird, and I'm thinking the pizza's like Snuffleupagus. I know you can play the violin or fiddle. You aced that class when you came with Richard McKinnon, Dr. Richard McKinnon. And
my first year.
Yeah, he didn't really, did he know you had some training in that?
Yeah, I told him. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't a secret. Yeah.
Was it, well, I wouldn't think so after they saw you. Big switch, though, I guess, from classical to Cape Breton fiddle music.
It was crazy, but I really enjoy it. That was really good. Yeah.
You know, we know a lot. I know your family's been around. They're great. And I mean, you made a lot of great friends here. But I bet you all those friends are wondering what you have that we don't know.
Okay, so there's nothing to say whoa, but just like one of my hobby is that I really like to take pictures. And for example, I went with my family in a trip this summer, and in 3 weeks I took 6,000 pictures with my dad's cameras.
6,000?
It was a professional cameras, yeah. You have to.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Can you take 6,000 pictures?
Yeah.
Nobody knows who I'm talking to. Because I know the guy running the camera here can nod his head and say, yeah, that's possible, because he knows cameras and I don't.
It is.
Well, you are like you're big on Instagram and Snapchat
There you
and all
go.
that, so that's really not news to me.
I know.
Come on, you think that's it, eh? You take pictures.
I did.
Val, really?
Yes.
That's what you got from me.
Yes.
I don't know if I like that one or not. I know she was on a world tour with teammate Alison Kehoe back in the spring.
And I love to travel too.
And yeah, no, she's a big traveler.
That's why.
And we're certainly glad that your travels brought you to Cape Breton.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you for coming by, and best of luck the rest of this year. And
Thank
we
you.
may bring her back for a repeat, and we'll get her to bring a pizza or something for us, or play some fiddle music, and
I'll
we'll
come
try
back
to do that.
for sure.
Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Beyond the Game.